For today's Free Kids cooking class, we are going to be making pancake mix. So if you currently use something like Krusteaz or any kind of packaged pancake mix from the store, I would encourage you to try this recipe and compare them and see which one you like the best. I love this recipe, so we don't even buy Krusteaz anymore. We just use this, and it's so simple. It's so easy. So to make it, you're going to need a really big bowl, and then we're going to use flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, and sugar, and that's it. And we're going to mix them all together, and then you're going to store it in some kind of container, right? And I have printed the recipe and taped it to my container so that when I'm ready to make pancakes, I know what to add, right? So this is just the base recipe, and then when it's time to make pancakes, you're going to add, let's see, you'll add 1 cup of pancake mix, 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, and 1 tablespoon oil. And that is on this recipe, so you'll know. Okay, so let's make our base pancake mix. So we're going to need 4 cups of flour. So, take this out. Alright, so we've done this many times on this class, or in these shows, but when we measure flour, we need to make sure that it is completely level, right? So you have an even flour measurement. So go ahead, get your 1 cup measurement, tap it with the knife to get everything to settle, and then swipe across the top with your knife to make it an even 1 cup. And we're going to do that 4 times. You need 4 cups of flour for this recipe. Flour is the main ingredient, and then we'll be adding a few other things to it to make the full recipe, and that'll be it. So this is 3, and then this is 4. Okay, so 4 cups. So we're done with the flour. Okay, and then we need 3 tablespoons of baking powder, okay? So we have baking powder and we have baking soda, and they are different and you need both, so make sure you use the correct one. So we need 3 tablespoons of baking powder. So you can do the same thing with your baking powder, right? So you can take your knife and run it across the top to make sure that it's an even 1 tablespoon. And we'll do that 3 times for our baking powder. 1, 2, right-handed, it's easier. Okay. All right, here we go. 3. So there's our 3 tablespoons baking powder. 2 teaspoons baking soda. So I have my teaspoon measurement here. Now on your recipe, the measurements read, for tablespoon, it reads TBSP. That means tablespoon. And for teaspoon on your recipe, it reads just TSP. That's teaspoon. All right, so we've got our baking powder and our baking soda. Now we just need 1 teaspoon of salt. So make sure it's even. I just shake it out with salt because it goes even. And then the last ingredient is sugar, just granulated sugar. And we need 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. So again, sugar and salt you can just shake out and they'll go even. The powdered, like flour, powdered sugar, that's true. But baking powder or baking soda, I usually use my knife to even it out, level it. All right, those are all the ingredients. That's as simple as this recipe is. And then just take a mixing spoon, and mix it all together. So today we are not making pancakes out of the mix. Today we're just making the mix. I do have some pancake recipes that are coming up, but today we're just learning how to make a base mix that you can then add to it and make something else later. There are base mixes for a lot of things. This is a pancake or waffle base mix, but you can make a base mix for muffins, cake mixes. All right, cake mix in a box, that's a base mix, right? You have the base cake mix, and then you can add other things to it to make a cake. Well, you're making your very own base mix right now, and it's for pancakes and waffles. Okay, so that is the whole recipe. Here's my mix. I'm going to store it in my container so it stays airtight and it will stay nice and fresh for us for whenever we want it. And I hope you enjoy these pancakes or waffles. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, right there.